And I was a preppy guy in high school. I still wore a dress shirt. Thankfully, I'm not there in a suit, but that's case. Just
I must have missed the sunshine or something on my neck. I must have got whiplash from an accident. I had a neck brace on for like 6 weeks, and then they just took me out of it today.
Right. The oft-injured Sean Casey there in high school. I love the listen, I'm short, so this is fine. This is a small desk for you. This is tough.
Oh, this is tight.
You're cramming this thing in.
I'd be grinding right. That's like 4th grade desk for me.
You're cramming right now. As we're looking at opening day, we're grading the offseason. So our first assignment here, as we're back in school, just cramming here for the last second, New York Yankees. Give me a grade.
I feel like my daughter Carly in like 4th or 3rd grade.
Dad, I can't do it. I have no idea. I have to guess. Is it multiple choice? Here's at least your options. For the Yankees offseason, you got free. This guy's a stud. 8 years, $218 million. You go out Loiza. Devin Williams is an absolutely filthy closer. Goldschmidt, maybe a bounce-back season. Yeah. Bellinger with right field. Give me a grade.
I think it's an A.
I love it.
I think Plan B turned out to be an A. They lost Soto, and they're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Brian Cashman's not going to sit back, and Hal Steinbrenner, they're going to pivot. They're going to find a way. They go get Max Fried, that load up that rotation, make it so much better. Oh, by the way, they go and trade Nestor Cortez for the best closer in the game in Devin Williams. Bam, shore up the pen. Yeah. Weaver can now bridge into 8th. Bring back Hill. Carrasco comes in a little bit. Loiza comes back. But then you got, Devin Williams, obviously. Devin Williams is huge, closing games out. Cruz got a big arm. But I love the Goldschmidt-Bellinger deal. I think when you look at Goldschmidt's numbers last September, he was what he was a couple years ago as the MVP. Still hit 330 over 900 OPS, bat speed, hard hit rate, all that good stuff is still there. And Bellinger, man, I think this field, Yankee Stadium, plays great from Bellinger's swing. I just like the lineup. It looks deep. Yeah. You got Jazz Chisholm for a full season. I like where they're sitting right now.
I
give them an A.
It's a rare plan B that ended up being an A. You're right. Well done. Okay. Next up here, the Boston Red Sox. I feel like the Bregman deal definitely going to impact your grade. But as we grade the offseason, okay, big one here is Bregman, reported deal. You got Walker Buehler. This guy's got winning the World Series. 2-time Tommy John, though. Garrett Crochet, ace in the making, lights up the White Sox. And now to shore up the bullpen, I got to roll this Chapman in there. Yeah. What do you give the Red Sox?
Well, I'm going to give the Red Sox a B+. Bregman brings them up to that B+.
I like it.
I think Walker Buehler, it'd be interesting to see how many innings they can get out of him, how many starts. Crochet, huge move. Gave up a lot of prospects for that guy, but it's a great young left-handed arm. Aroldis Chapman is still getting it done, so he's great at the back end there. Sandoval, Justin Wilson, some nice lefties in that bullpen. And then I just think bringing in Bregman got him up to a B+. You got the right-handed bat you needed. He's one of the best players all time at Fenway Park, like Carabas said, under 95 at bats or greater. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, they get a B+ from me. That's great.
If it was pre-Bregman, B-.
Yeah.
Right? Might even be a C+.
C+.
Yeah.
C+.
You get Bregman.
They went up a whole grade. Bregman went up a whole grade.
No, I'm with
That's
you.
good.
No, that's a massive move there, and I'm with you. Okay, by the way, John Heyman tweeting this about Nick Pivetta, the former member of the Boston Red Sox. You saw, by the way, he goes to the San Diego Padres, $55 million for 4 years. He turned down the qualifying offer, but it paid off. He gets a multi-year deal. He's in San Diego, Pitchers Park. Who knows what's going to happen when Dylan Cease, Michael King, one of those guys could get traded, but AJ Preller hopped over Pivetta. So for the Padres, I got to be honest, it's a little lean on the additions. I got Pivetta. I got a little Connor Joe. Who knows how much more I can get out of Jason Hayward with the subtractions. I lose Tanner Scott. He's one of the best closers in baseball. Yep. I lose Ha-Sung Kim. I lose Jerkson Proper, who was an all-star a year ago. Yeah. How about a letter grade for the Pods?
You know what? I'm going with a C- on this one. This is what my dad said to me. I don't know if it was the best advice or the worst. He's like, just get that piece of paper, he said. I go, all right, that's it. C- at University of Richmond.
Like a get-me-over fastball.
Yeah. Just get that piece of paper. I think that the Padres did that. They just got the piece of paper this offseason. You know what I mean? They signed Pivetta. That's nice. Kyle Hart is going to be interesting. Yeah, Kyle Hart goes over, wins the KBO Cy Young Award, which I think is really a cool thing. Mm-hmm. Connor Joe Hayward, it's okay. But they did lose something. But look at the KBO. I love it.
Yeah, this is a good point.
I think we're gonna learn about Kyle Hart. Look at the guys that have gone on the KBO and come back and done really well. I mean, you got Eric Fetty, who came and did a great job last year. Miles Michaelis has been a stud for the Cardinals. Merrill Kelly's been one of their aces for the Diamondbacks. And Eric Thames, remember when he came back from the KBO? And
he was jacked, yeah.
I think you're going to see Kyle Hart. Those guys have gone on to have great Major League Baseball careers back in the show. Yeah. I think Kyle Hart's going to be a sneaky good sign I think we're going to hear about him this year. I think he's going to be a factor for the Padres.
I love that. If you're right on that, that's a good pick to make it early on. And last one, as we're cramming for opening day here, spring and baseball is back, the Seattle Mariners. And listen, Jerry DiPoto's like, I normally make a move. This is lean. Jorge Polanco, Donovan Solano, and I'm losing Justin Turner, his leadership. I don't think I'm losing a ton. I just didn't add a lot.
I'm frustrated. If I'm a Mariners fan, I'm frustrated. I gotta give them an F. And the reason I give them an F is because they're so close.
Yes.
They won 85 games last year. They're one game back of getting into the postseason. They're right where they need to be. They have the best rotation in the game in Castillo and Kirby, Miller, Wu, and Gilbert. But they just don't score.
Yeah.
And in that ballpark, you got to put up runs. You play 81 games out there at Safeco Field, you got to be able to put up runs. And at the end of the day, they needed to sign a batter too or make a trade, somehow get somebody back, and they didn't do it. And I think at the end of the day, you really hope that Rodriguez and Arozarena and the guys that they have can really get things going. Because I think they're better than what they showed. And obviously that's what Jerry DiPoto's thinking is, you know what?
Yeah.
These guys are better than what they showed. I mean, you go back and last year, look at the ranks. 10th in runs per game, 14th at average. They couldn't hit the ball at the ballpark, tied for 6th, not bad. Stolen bases, OPS was at a minus under a 700. So when you look at the Mariners, I just think I'm frustrated because they're 2 bats away from really making some noise. That rotation keeps you in every single game. The bullpen's really good too. But at the end of the day, when you're in the big leagues, you've got to score runs.
For a franchise that has never won a World Series, and that pitching staff right now is what, Case? Young and controllable. It's about to get expensive.
Yes.
Eventually you have to pay Wu and Miller. Time's out. Clock's done. All right. Did we pass? I think we did.